The program you're about to watch is factual. The material presented today is current and accurate. The names and departments have not been changed. Why, you ask? Because we're awesome.
This is Millennium Corporate Credit Union. I'm Member Engagement Rep and your host, Bob Jewett. For today's top stories, we travel over to our AIM department. We'll also visit with our member service team. We'll travel over to our item processing team. And finally, we say goodbye to one of our own. Before we get to these top stories, what is Millennium Corporate? Millennium Corporate is a cooperative, correspondent, wholesale financial institution. In other words, Millennium Corporate Credit Union is a credit union similar to credit unions that you work for. The major difference is Millennium Corporate is not a natural person's credit union. Our membership consists of credit unions like yours. We have several departments that work directly with our member credit unions. As Bill O'Reilly says, keep it pithy. We are a credit union for credit unions. Thank you, Abrielle. Wait, Abrielle, this is blank. What? This just handed to me. Ryan Nong is live. Ryan, where are you and who are you speaking with?
Thank you, Bob. I'm reporting live from the AIM offices here in Wichita, Kansas. I'm currently standing here with financial analyst extraordinaire Tanner Gertson. Tanner, can you tell me, is AIM is that like shooting a basketball?
No, it actually stands for Asset Investment Management.
Well, thank you. So let's pretend like I know what that means. What do you do on a typical day?
So typically the first thing that we'll start out doing is sending out current investment rates and a brief article about the economy, which we will put on our website, and you can see that there. Then after that, we'll help credit unions out with investments throughout the day or any other questions that they might have. And we also spend a lot of time throughout the day working on ALM reports.
Well, thank you, Tanner. So you obviously must know. My follow-up question is, what is ALM?
ALM stands for Asset and Liability Management. This involves analyzing a credit union's income statement and balance sheet to forecast earnings potential and potential interest rate risk. Then after that, we'll create a report for the credit union. We also offer some liquidity stress testing, and if you want more information about that, we'll be happy to talk about that too.
Tanner, this sounds like a lot for one person. And you look like you can handle a lot, but how many folks do you guys have over there?
Yeah, unfortunately I can't do all this on my own. We've actually got 8 members of the AIM team. So we've got 6 here in the Wichita office. Walt, Chris, me, Jacob, Ian, and Ryan. And then we've got 1 in the St. Louis office, Julie, and then we also have Rachel working out of Kansas City.
Oh, I'm hearing something from Bob up in headquarters.
Ryan, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm seeing reports that Millennium has great rates. Can you ask Tanner how these rates help credit unions, and where does AIM fit into this?
Question, Bob. Bob brought up Millennium Corporate's great rates at the moment, and he wanted to know how AIM fits into that picture.
Yeah, so Millennium is currently offering some great rates. We've got top of the market overnight PCC and short-term CD rates. AIM fits into this because we can analyze what type of investment fits into the credit union's portfolio best, whether it be investment type, maximizing interest rates, or even filling out their ladders. And speaking of filling out ladders, we're also currently offering a CD special on the 18 and 30-month terms. So if you're interested in that, please reach out.
That's great to hear. Okay, well, let me ask you this, Tanner. What if a credit union wants to go beyond the CDs? Are there other types out there?
Yeah, there are. So there's some more complex investments out there, typically securities, bullets, callables, MBS, and CMOs. But if there's something else that you might be interested in, we'll gladly research those and help you out with that.
Well, perfect. I guess I want to know more about, do you have to be licensed to deal with these types of products?
Yeah, so since they're more complex, you do have to be licensed, and we currently have 3 brokers licensed through CUISI, or 4 brokers, sorry, and that is Walt, Chris, Julie, and Rachel. So if you're interested in these more complex investments, we'll get you in contact with one of them, and they'll help you out with that. Currently, I am working on getting my own securities license and hope to have that done by the end of the year.
Well, perfect. Tanner, good luck with your license. Thank you so much for joining us and for teaching our audience about AIM.
Absolutely, anytime. Thank you.
Yeah, let's go back to Bob.
Have you seen this Millennium Corporate Annual Meeting schedule? These speakers sound fantastic and very interesting. When is this? April 24th to the 26th? What? You want a snack? Oh, we're back? Yes, thank you, Ryan, for that very interesting story from AIM. Next, we move to Nong Ryan, who's visiting with our member service team. Ryan, are you okay?
Yeah, Bob. I just ran over from the AIM department, but I'm happy to be here today with our operations supervisor, Casey Tells. Casey, how are you doing today?
I got my own, brought my own. He never gets us right, but it's not a problem. It is Casey Tejas, and I'm doing great today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much, and I'm so sorry.
It happens. It happens.
Well, Casey, I'm here today to talk to you about what a typical day looks like for one of your account specialists.
Oh, typical. Well, first thing I can tell you is there is nothing typical about a day in the operations department. It's a mile a minute changing all the time. We're always keeping up, and there's just different things that are going on. So when you say typical, there is nothing typical about a day in the operations department.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when our members are calling in, I know Millennium Corporate offers ACH, wires. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, it's not just ACH and wires. We have a whole host of services that we offer. ACH, you mentioned, is one of them. We have a couple of different avenues that are offered for the ACH within Core Connect, which is, essentially the home banking for the credit unions is the front facing. And so what that is, the ACH service, you can go in, you can schedule templates, you can do your returns, you can do your originations, and you can receive your files also from the Fed through Core Connect. It's FTP. I know, file transfer portal, which we take care of that for you. So you get your files transferred in, we transfer them for you, and we also do an ACH settlement service where you don't have your files come in, but we still take care of the files that come in through the Fed, and we make sure that they do settle because we're monitoring that every day.
Well, Casey, you mentioned something interesting. I heard you say the word Core Connect.
I did say Core Connect, and also in that Core Connect, so that's where the ACH is housed, and that's where we do our wire services. So we do our wires, we do our domestic wires, our international wires, which can be confusing. We get quite a few calls on those, and Sandy, she's our expert on that up in the St. Louis office. So if you ever have any questions there, she's your girl to reach. And then also within that, the Core Connect system that you mentioned is like in how you would use your home banking. You would log in, you can see your statements, you can see your transactions, you can see report files. I don't have report files on my home banking, but with Core Connect, it's going to house everything that you're going to need to look at within your corporate.
Yeah, so you get a little bit extra on top of the home banking.
Get a little bit extra.
Okay, well, you're saying that so much happens within this system.
Yes, it does.
My number one question is, how secure is it?
Oh, Core Connect is absolutely secure. So when you log in, you have your username and your password, which is unique to you. You set up, you're the only one who knows that. And in addition to the security, we have our fingerprint scanner, which can be annoying, we know that. And this is just our extra layer of security so that we know it is you through the biometrics.
So thank you so much for joining me today and just updating our viewers
Absolutely.
about Millennium Corporate's operations team, our world-class operations.
Absolutely.
My name's Ryan Nong.
Casey Tejas. Signing off.
Back to you, Bob.
It's not working. What? I have to plug it in. Oh, yes. Thank you, Ryan, for that very interesting report from Casey at Member Service. Next, we may visit with Lynette on the phone with item processing. Lynette, can you tell our viewers a little bit about item processing?
Hi, Bob. Lynette is on a call with the credit union right now. I'm filling in for her. This is Lynn.
Okay, well, thank you, Lynn. Thanks for covering for Lynette. Lynn, can you give our viewers kind of a high-level view? What is item processing?
Sure, Bob. Millennium offers a full-service item processing program, providing in-clearings and deposit processing while also handling returned items, adjustments, and image access and retention.
Very interesting. Now, I understand item processing has been very busy with what I call it a conversion.
Yes, so we completed phases 1 and 2 of our system modernization initiative already, which were dedicated to the deposit processing side of the business. Phase 3 is underway, which focuses on unifying the in-clearing platform, bringing greater efficiencies to the program.
Okay. Now you had mentioned earlier in clearings and deposit work. Can you give our viewers an idea of the difference between in clearings and deposit work?
Of course, to break it down, in clearing refers to the checks or share drafts that members write, drawn on their account at the credit union, that are presented to us to capture, balance, and store the information from the items and provide a posting file to the credit union. Deposit work refers to the checks or share drafts that our credit unions receive for deposits from their members, and using remote capture or mobile capture technology, create these files to deliver to us. We archive the images for credit union access and provide next day settlement.
Okay, that is also very interesting. My last question, are there any Montana credit unions using Millennium Corporate's item processing?
Well, we have one, Bob, but we would sure love to visit with any Montana credit unions wanting more information.
Okay, thank you, Lynn, and thank you very much for filling in for Lynette.
And finally, we go to our feel-good story with Rai and Nong, speaking with Millennium CEO Larry Eisenhower. Ryan?
Hi everyone, it's Ryan again, back with you at the head office of Millennium Corporate Credit Union. I'm here with Larry Eisenhower, long-term CEO of Millennium Corporate. How you doing, Larry?
I'm doing great. Yeah.
Larry, true or false? Are you retiring?
That's true. I am retiring.
Really?
Yeah.
When is your last day in the office?
I think it's going to be at the end of June of this year. Yeah.
Do you have any plans after retiring?
A few plans are to kind of do some traveling. I want to spend more time with my family and grandkids, watch them do different events, and then also spend some time on my pickleball game, because I plan to become a professional pickleball player, so I can kick your ass.
We're gonna miss you, man. We'll just go back to Bob.
Thank you, Ryan, for that very interesting report. And Larry, best of luck in your retirement. Well, that wraps up our segment on Millennium Corporate. In all seriousness, Millennium Corporate is a proud sponsor of Montana's Credit Unions Take the Lead program. We have a wonderful partnership with our Montana credit unions. Ryan and I will be in Helena in May for the Power Up Conference. Stop by our booth so we can meet you in person. Thank you. All right, that's a wrap. Good job, everybody. Good show. We really killed that one.